Hello, everybody. ICR Jacob Scott here with the predictions of tomorrow's Wolf Chamber pay-per-view. Now, I'm getting this out of the way because I am needed in a certain vacation market once again tomorrow, right after the pay-per-view. I just went Canadian for a second there. Anyway, 7 matches, as always. The first match, Greg versus number 2. Now, as much as I do want to immediately give the nod to number 2, seeing how you really can't seem to beat him when you knock him down, I mean, try it. You'll knock down number 2, and he immediately sits back up like an Undertaker sometimes. But, I don't know. There have been several times where Greg has come close. He was able to hit the Greg OS on the big man several times, and I think once he even hit the Greg of Days. Didn't finish him, but he hit it anyway. But, I do want to say Greg has an inkling of a chance here. But in order to do so, he has to avoid that lifting triangle choke that number 2 does at all costs. Because although it didn't really do it for Huggins, I've seen Greg and Momoa from Samoa immediately pass out in it. So I do want to say I have like a 1% confidence in Greg. I don't know. He's just that powerful. Hey, no, fuck it. I'm changing it to number 2. He's probably going to wipe the floor with Greg once more. So the second match covered on the card will be Chris Bay versus Gavin Watkins. Because, well, it was put together by David Spencer. Chris Bay beat Gavin Watkins in a normal match just last episode of WDW, but Gavin Watkins tries to run a clause saying, you know what? Fine, you can have your win, but I'm still going to be in the chamber, so you can suck it. And David Spencer tells Gavin Watkins, hey, since Chris Bay did beat you and it was one hell of a match, you're going to face him one more time at Wolf Chamber, and if you lose, you must surrender your chamber spot to Chris Bay. Now, these two have traded a win apiece, so honestly, this is going to be a very tough call, but even though Watkins does have the flashier maneuvers and that golden driver of his is one hell of a machine, I don't know. I really do think there's a chance Chris Bay will be able to pull through. Especially because, for whatever reason, Watkins got knocked out so badly, he was hit with not one but 2 Bayteam splashes in a row. So, you know what? I'm giving it to Chris Bay. Let's get a little change in the chamber, shall we? Now, the third match that will happen, I really don't know what's going on with the mob. I mean, they say they want to put people over, but for whatever reason, their de facto leader, Hayate, still doesn't believe that Isaac Mystery deserves to be a champion, even though he's been put over twice. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe there's a little something personal between Hayate and Isaac Mystery that might have to get resolved at a future day and time. So, it looks like Cameron Rose and Isaac Mystery are once again going to fight it out. Now, I don't want to really let the past speak for itself, but to be fair, this is twice in a row that Isaac Mystery has flattened Cameron Rose with the mysterious ending. And I know Cameron Rose, he took a little bit of time off back when WDW was trying to form, and now he's finally back after a couple years. I still want to say Isaac Mystery is going to get this one. Bar none. Done fun. Move on. The fourth match that I want to cover on this pay-per-view is from WKW, the Ravagers. That's Jonah the Jackal Barnett and Sterling Syndicate with the Scooby-Doo logo on his tights totally. Shh! You're looking to get sad? Anyway, they will be going up once again with the Elites. And I don't know. I really do think the Ravagers might be the team to keep the Elites in a losing position. Because, I mean, look, we've seen Jonah just dominate Terry Terror several times in one-on-one matches. Now, I do understand I don't think Sterling Syndicate has really had any singles experience, but I still want to say, just based off how fucking good they are, the Ravagers are likely going to walk away with this, but let's not discount the fact that the Elites have pulled off some very amazing victories with the Elite Executioner tag move that they have. But, just given the fact that Barnett can fight off literally both of them at the same time, I'm going to have to give my nod to the Ravagers. Final answer. Now, the fifth and final match before we get to the Wolf Chamber matches is a steel cage match with Cyrus's WKW Golden Fang title on the line in a last chance match against Mustafa Ali. Now, at first I thought to myself, well, it's just going to be a standard match, and we all know Cyrus is going to win. Mustafa does very good, but Cyrus is going to win. Well, guess what? There's going to be no action on the outside. It's all going to be confined in one steel cage. And we know how steel structures like the cage and the cell have changed the outlook of matches. Now, honestly, I do realize, despite this is still likely going to put Ali in a tough spot because of, I don't know if he can get to the apron to do that rolling, jumping X Factor of his. And that's one of his key moves. It's put away several people in recent weeks. So yeah, I think unless Ali can pull a miracle out of his ass, I think Cyrus is going to be going to Wolfmania 4 as the WKW champion. Which honestly might not surprise me at this point in time. Now, with lucky number minute 7, we'd start talking about the Wolf Chamber matches themselves. Now, those of you who don't know how a chamber match goes, let me quickly explain. There's a giant pod structure with 4 pods in each corner with 6 people in the match. Now, 2 people will start in the ring, whoever drew number 1 and 2. Every, I want to say 4 minutes, a pod at random will open up until all members are inside the match and elimination occurs by pinfall or submission. There are no such thing as DQs in an elimination chamber match. It'd be pretty fucking stupid if there were. Anyway, for this match, whoever wins will be facing either Cyrus or, should he win, Mustafa Ali at Wolfmania for the Golden Fang Championship. Our contenders are Akira Tozawa, JV Supreme, Kyle Randy, I'm sidetracking, Kyle O'Reilly, Eric Black, good old Tyler Bate, big strong boy, well, we all know that these chamber matches are not very easy to call in the slightest. This one I will be able to call. Now, honestly, I think the only one between the 5 that doesn't deserve a title push given his actions is Kyle Noble. I mean, as far as I know, Sky is still hurting from that powerbomb in the windshield, and the vigilantes are pretty much in his employ. So, I don't know. I'm also starting to get the feeling, knowing Sky, he's probably going to come up with some sort of plan to either have Noble be eliminated from the match, or maybe, just maybe, he might do something in return to prevent Noble from competing, in which case, the 6th person will be a random mystery opponent. Now, honestly, if I really had to choose which one, I want to say I want to give this to either Eric Black, simply because he has been a dominating force ever since his debut, or just based off his technical prowess, Tyler Bate. Honestly, if it came down between the 2 of them, I wouldn't care who wins because I'd both be happy. So I'm going to make the very rare call of putting my money on 2 people at the same time because I cannot choose between one. I will say either Eric Black or Tyler Bates going to win because I don't know how the others are going to fare, and fuck Kyle Noble. That's just not how we fly. Okay, now, I do want to say, first and foremost, since I do not know every competitor in this match, I cannot give an official prediction. I'm sorry to say, I just can't. But, now we get to the WDW Wolf Chamber match where the winner of this one will take on Billy Huggins to face for the now vacant WDW title. So, there are only 3 competitors we know for a fact will be in there. Kai Cassidy, Chris Crimson, Isaac Mist... Wait, hold on. See, Cameron. That's where you fucked up. You didn't know Isaac was already in the match. So, that's even worse news for you. He's going to try and kick your ass twice as hard and twice as fast so he can get to the Wolf Chamber match with minimal injury. You've done fucked up, Cameron. Now, we know that whoever wins between Gavin Watkins and Chris Bay will be in the match. But, seeing how only 4 qualification matches have happened, I have heard there will be 2 mystery opponents for them. And who they are, I really have no idea. I don't know if I can even place a guess on this point. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. So sorry, no spoilers. Well, those have been my predictions for the Wolf Chamber match. Now, this will be a great pay-per-view to be done tomorrow. In the meantime, I see Jacob Scott saying, feel the fire, fear the cold, and most importantly, have a good night. Thank you very much.